All right, so we're working on a 2020 Ford Powerstroke. We're actually going to do a full docu-series on this, but just to start it quickly, this thing's got a RDS turbo on it. They shipped the truck down here for us to calibrate it. So the first thing we did was we put the truck on an OEM tune. Bone stock file, let's see if it's happy. Well, obviously it wasn't happy. It threw an EGR code. Some folks might think, well, then the EGR's messed up, just delete it or remove it. No, there's actually nothing wrong with the EGR. What actually is happening here was we've got our commanded boost, which is showing 27.9, and that factors in barometric pressure. But what we're actually seeing is 32 pounds. And this thing overshot the boost pressure for a pretty hot minute. So when and I can see that the vane position, it's all listening, everything's working like it's supposed to. So why do I have this boost overshoot? And what is the consequences of an overshoot on the boost pressure? Well, the consequences are that it expects to have X amount of NOx in the exhaust, but whenever it has this much additional airflow that it's not calling for, it makes the situation leaner in the combustion chamber. When it makes it leaner in the combustion chamber, then it's going to try to flow more EGR to try to offset the extra NOx from the lean condition. Well, what it ended up doing on the bone stock file was it actually took and it ran so much EGR that it had an EGR excessive flow code. And but the EGR excessive flow code wasn't coming because the EGR is in failure. It's because it was this right here, the overshoot on boost. So our job as calibrators is to first find out what actually is going on the vehicle. Does it work fine stock? If it doesn't work on the bone stock file, then that's the point in time whenever we have to start actually calibrating the vehicle and finding out what it's pissed off about and how to make it not so pissed off. Now, some of these PIDs are not completely right. We're going to work with HP tuners and get some of these, like DPF post pressure at 2,000 RPMs with 55% vane position is not 95 PSI. That's just a default on the PID, so we're going to work with them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this whole video series, and we're going to do a dyno and the calibration process and everything. More details to come.